Hey everybody, Cyndi Williams, the travel career coach here. I have the amazing Jackie from Postcard Adventures Travel. Jackie, how are you today?
I'm great, Cyndi. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm loving your little sign, as I mentioned in the back. It's so cute, especially for your niche. We're going to talk about that here in a second. But you are a recent graduate of our Careers on Vacation Mastermind, right?
I am. Yes, I did it over the summer while I was working in Chicago, and now I'm getting things going. So really excited.
I love it. Well, tell us a little bit about where you were before taking the program and where your business is now.
Well, I had no business. I did have the travel industry experience from many, many years ago, and have loved to travel and all that. And I spent about 10 years in the travel industry way back in the late 80s, early 90s. And once since I've left, really, I've just had that passion still, but um, didn't know how to kind of get back into the industry. The industry changed over the years. And it was a trip about 2 years ago to England with my best friend. And I had planned it all for her. And she said, I don't know why you're not doing this. You
Yeah.
you loved when you were in the travel industry before. And so I said, but it's really changed a lot. I don't know that I can actually make a business out of it, even though I would love to. And that kind of started this whole journey to trying to decide, can I make a business out of this? I really would love to get back into travel. And so I kind of started doing that, checking into host agencies once I realized that's kind of the way it is now, so to speak, for people just getting into the industry or whatever. So yeah, and through that, I came across Cyndi Williams and her great videos. And so that's where it started. I started watching your videos and I realized, something, I think I can really do something with this. And so after about, a year, because I let distractions take place and whatnot, I jumped in. And so I had no business. I had the passion for travel. I had the previous experience, but I didn't know how to make a business of it in today's, world, so to speak. And that's what I learned. And that's what I'm doing now with you.
I love it. And I love that you went on the trip, because I always say, if travel's your passion, it just keeps tapping you on the shoulder. And then you let a month go by, and then you let a year go by, or you let, and it's one of those things where if it really is one of those things that you're supposed to lean into and it's kind of calling your name, it never really goes away. But it's especially when you're traveling, you're like, oh, it just kind of it helps you, I think, plug into that place where you know what's right for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's when I do travel, it's just this amazing feeling and experience. And it's, I just realized this is, I love to do this. And I also love to talk to people, not even about my own trips, but when I, would come across friends, family, even, strangers, where you talk about travel, and I get so excited talking to people about it, and then they get excited. And it's just, travel is one of those things. It changes your life. It really does.
Yeah. It changes the whole dynamic in so many different ways, and how you view the world and all that good stuff. Well, tell me a little bit about what's been your biggest win or celebration since taking the program.
Oh, I would say, for me, again, getting back to, I had the passion and everything, and I knew I wanted to do this, but I don't feel I had the confidence to feel that I could really own and run my own business. And I found that during the course. It's like, I can actually do this because, first of all, you showed us everything that we needed to, have a successful travel business. And so I now have that confidence, which, I knew I had the passion, but to actually, run a business and be profitable at it, I never would have thought I could have done that. And so, you show us that we can. We absolutely
can. And I love, because you were in the industry before, so you know how complicated just the industry part can be, right? Just the job of working in travel. And it's really, I think, of course, from my perspective, a wise decision to get a roadmap, because when I was working back in the 90s, you were working back, when were you in travel before?
Well, late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, so same time frame. Was a completely different world in how you operated. So in order to be profitable and to work in today's online marketplace, it is a completely different business model. The beautiful part is you can do it all from home and you can do it yourself, but the difficult part is you have to do it all yourself, and where the heck do you start, and where are all the pieces, right? And I
Yeah.
have to say, you did an amazing job in the program. When we got to your final call, I was like, wow, look how much you have done and implemented. And isn't it, what do you feel like how long do you think it would have taken you to figure all of that out if you tried to do it yourself?
Oh my gosh. Well, even when in the beginning, before I found you and I was looking at, okay, the host agencies, yeah, they have some training and stuff like that. But I mean, the marketing, everything that goes along with it, you just don't really realize. And I mean, for me to have gone on and figured all that out, probably a couple years before I really felt comfortable and knew what I was doing to where I felt I could really implement it, to make it a success. I mean, there's a lot to it. And, some people coming into this might think, well, how in the world, 12 weeks, how can you learn it all? Well, you give us everything we need. And yes, there's still work to be done, absolutely. But we've got it all plotted out. We've got everything we need. And now it's up to us to, put it into action. But no, I would not be sitting here I'm working with clients right now on a Mediterranean cruise.
Yay!
It would have been, much longer before I would have been in that place to be able to do that.
I love it. And you mentioned the confidence mindset is something that's very unique to our program. I really say it's a special sauce. And sometimes people are like, oh, I don't need all of them. I have a good mindset. I'm very positive. Yes, I get that. I feel you when you say that. But making that transition from any other career, making that transition, even if you worked in travel before, to turning on to I'm the CEO of my own company now. How you hinted on the mindset work. How did the mindset work either help you in your life or business as you went through this process of putting this big monster amazing business together?
Well, yeah, it was huge because again, not just in the, working towards my travel business, but in my personal life. I mean, when I was younger, I used to be pretty much that easygoing, not much flustered me and kind of go with the flow. And I found as I've gotten older, that's changed a lot. And so I find a lot of things from, I have another full-time job currently, that a lot of frustration from that, family issues, et cetera, just things that just kind of bombard you on a daily basis. And the mindset and doing the daily affirmations and stuff, I mean, it has helped me tremendously where I can start my day and I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I mean, yeah, these things are going to come at me, but I'm so much more able to deal with them in a positive manner rather than letting it just get me down and get me negative and
Or
whatnot.
stop you in your tracks from moving
Yes.
forward?
Yeah, because I've had that happen over the past couple of years where I've had things that just, I'm like, you know what? I just can't. I can't move forward with this. And now I get out my little cards and, I mean, do it morning and night. And it's great.
Yep.
And I also knew about mindset, and I know people have done it in the past. And I was probably one of those thought, well, I don't need that. I can think positively on my own, but no, you need something else. And your whole mindset portion of the program is huge. Absolutely.
Yeah, we try to give you tools, and we have our mindset expert where you can actually go into those sessions, right?
Yeah.
We learned a long time ago, because I've been working with clients for a long time, that we could get them way better results if we addressed what they don't even realize is holding them back from
Yeah.
selling better, from showing up for their clients better, from servicing better, from everything, right? And I always say, like, if you get that part right, just like you said, it's not just going to give you amazing travel business. Like, we do that all day long. We pop, we help people on a regular basis do that. But it can change your life and how you approach everything in love, in health, and finance, and all of those pieces. So I'm glad we turned you into a believer. I love that. And I'm glad you're taking all of the tools that we gave you for that and moving forward. That's amazing.
Yep,
So talk
absolutely.
to me a little bit about at the very beginning where you like found us. Were when you were finding out about the program, you booked your discovery call, was it hard for you to make that decision to invest in yourself and to lean in to what you knew or felt like was your purpose? What was that process like for you individually?
Well, and I know you've heard this from some of the other grads as well, but I sort of stalked you for a while. Um,
We welcome that. It's all good.
I
You can
mean,
binge watch us on YouTube, Amazon, and
yes, no, I
all the
mean,
places.
yep. And they were, all those videos are great and stuff. And it's like, I knew deep down, I'm like, I know this is it. I just felt it. And I knew that you would be the person in your program to be able to get me to where, what my dream was. Um, but yeah, you still kind of just, I let distractions get in the way, other things happen. And, but all along, I'm like, I know this is it. I know this is it. And so finally, it was almost probably about 10 months after I first saw your videos that I finally pulled the trigger and made that discovery call. And, you know, I, I mean, everyone says that I wish I'd done it sooner. I wish I'd done it sooner, but I believe things happen for a reason and when they're supposed to happen. But anyway, once I made that call, I just knew. I'm like, this is going to be great. I'm so excited for this. I'm going to go for it. And yeah, it was
Never looked back.
never looked back.
I
No,
love it. And did you get everything you were hoping for out of the mastermind?
more, more. I mean, honestly, um, going into it, and I had a little bit of an outline of what would be all involved and whatnot, but it was so much more. From I mean, the information that is provided in the modules is unbelievable. I mean, it's really, you can't get this information anywhere else. You just can't. And to the calls, the weekly calls, which are fantastic, and talking with you and the other experts. And I got way more than I would have imagined.
I
Absolutely.
love it. And yes, you actually get access to me. We get that question all the time. People are like, do I really get to work with Cyndi? Yes, I'm on the call. Like right after this, we're doing a call later today, right? That's
Yeah.
my favorite part of my job is to work with you guys. So yes, you do.
Yeah. I know. My first call with you, I said to you, this is so surreal, because after watching all your videos and whatnot, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm really talking to her.
I love it. I love it so
That's great.
much. So,
Yeah.
Jackie, what would you tell that person that's sitting on the fence right now? They know that they need it. They know they want to grow. They have a huge passion for travel, but they're just feeling stuck or they're feeling paralyzed because they're like, oh, I want to grow. What would you say to that person who's sitting on the fence?
Well, first, go for it. I mean, again, I obviously sat on the fence for a while myself, and I get it. I totally understand. There's different reasons, fear, sometimes cost, et cetera. Well, I can tell you, as far as cost, the value that you get out of this program is far more than what you pay for it. I mean, honestly, you can't, um, for all the expert, information, everything, you could not buy that for what this program costs. So, so the value is unbelievable. And that you will find, whether you don't have the confidence, whether you're just a fear of what's going to happen down the road. It's amazing, between you, everyone else in the program, it's you get everything you need to where you don't, that stuff goes away. That stuff goes away. So
I always tell people, like, by call two, like, you're going to be like, okay, I get it now. Like, take a deep breath. The money I spent was good, right?
yeah, I mean, I get that. That's always a consideration, but the old saying, you get what you pay for. Number one. And for this, you get far more than what you pay for. I mean, honestly, it's unbelievable. So I say just go for it, because again, I wish I had jumped in as soon as when I got that gut feeling in the beginning, I should have just gone for it, but I didn't. So if you're thinking, just go for it. You honestly, you will not regret it. It's an amazing experience, not just for your travel business, but for your personal life, everything. It's amazing. So absolutely.
I love it. I love it so much. Yes. And we do pride ourselves. I know we promise a lot in the program, but we actually under promise so we can over deliver. Like that's always what I'm telling my team. Like, and every year we bring our whole team together and we have a meeting, we brainstorm on how can we get more results for our clients? How can we do more? How can we do more? And that's part of what we changed this year. Like if you're watching this video now and you've watched all the testimonials from months and years ago, listen, we upgraded the program. Jackie just went through the upgraded version where you don't just get just Cyndi anymore. You get our whole team of experts that help you with mindset, next level marketing, next level branding, all kinds of crazy stuff. So you still get all the same great stuff you always did, but all of these value adds. So if you've been sitting on that fence for a little bit, maybe there was a reason why, but don't, like, move forward. So if you guys want to reach out to either launch your business the right way from the beginning, or maybe you've been doing business for a while, you're feeling stuck, maybe you have a new team and you're kind of feeling lost about how do I move from, you know, the best salesperson in my company to be an owner that's grooming a team and starting to host agents. If you're in any of those places, I promise you, our mastermind will absolutely help you. So reach out to us at careersonvacation.com/ready now and just do a discovery call. If nothing else, we'll help you map out your next goals in terms of what you need to do to move forward. And if it's a match to work together, then we can get you on our wait list for the next program. So Jackie, thank you so much for joining us today. I am so excited about all the progress that you've made in the program already, just in this 12 weeks. I cannot wait to see what 2020 is going to bring for you.
No, thanks, Cyndi. It's been amazing working with you and everybody else. So thank you.
You are so welcome. And you're going over the grad group, so it's not like you're going far. We'll see you over there. So, all right, lady, we'll talk soon, okay?
All right, thanks.
All
Bye-bye.
right, bye.